Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Shore Golf Performance and Physical Therapy Center here at Cranston Country Club inside Todd Campbell's Learning Center. That was a mouthful. But anyway, it's in the building in Cranston Country Club. I'm joined today by Michael Edwards, who owns the place. And obviously, as we announced a couple weeks ago, we're happy to have him in Shore Golf as a advertiser on GolfNewsRI on our website. So, Michael, thanks so much for taking a few minutes today. Glad to be with you and looking forward to getting the chat started and getting our partnership going.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Just looking forward to being in Rhode Island and just kind of getting immersed in the golfing community. It's been an enjoyment working with you so far and just kind of reading your articles and just getting up to date on all the golf content that y'all deliver to the community. So yeah, thank you for having me.
Now, you were just talking before we started recording here. This is your fourth week in business here at Cranston Country Club. You've moved from North Carolina?
Yep, North Carolina.
So talk about...
If you can't tell my accent.
So it's a great accent. Let's start there. Let's talk about that move. That's been the most recent thing. That's why you're here. Just what that whole process of from North Carolina to here, why here? What was the whole process like?
So it's been a whirlwind. But one of my favorite words is perspective. So for everything in perspective, it's all good. So I was a physical therapist in North Carolina for 5.5 years, working at a sports orthopedic clinic. I saw a majority of the golf population. Worked with a couple of country clubs there as well, just kind of seeing their members. But then also just treated the orthopedic population. So anything head to toe, musculoskeletal, orthopedic. My wife is from Rhode Island. So we met in North Carolina. We got married this past May and moved in June here. And so opening my own business has always been a dream of mine. I've always had a passion for the game of golf. So it's that's how Shore Golf Performance and Physical Therapy started, just combining my profession in physical therapy, my passion for just the body, and then the passion for the game of golf, and just kind of combining it all in one. So so it's been a crazy past 3 or 4 months, moving states, opening business, getting married. But it's all good. I'm happy to be here.
Where does that passion for golf come from? Where did you play as a kid? Did you play competitively? Where did that start for you?
Yeah, actually, I started probably late high school. Basketball was my first love. Golf kind of came to me late. But I played in a small D2 school called Chowan University, which is where I'm from, Murfreesboro, North Carolina. It's northeast North Carolina. But it was just more for fun. Wasn't ever, I think I was 4th or 5th on the team. Just more for fun and getting to travel with the guys. And then once I graduated college, I took kind of like a 3-year layoff I wasn't laid off. I was doing classes and schooling, kind of like a 9-degree seeking student, kind of finding my way to physical therapy. But I played a lot more golf during that time. And so just got a little bit of that more competitive side in me. And then just what the game of golf offers from one, just being out on the golf course. I always say when you're out playing golf, it's just a privilege just to be out on the course and not working or, just whatever life throws at you, but just kind of that more than mentality. Golf gives you a perspective, awareness. It challenges your mindset. When you hit a bad shot, it's okay. You're still on the golf course playing golf, being outside. So
yeah, I hit plenty of bad shots.
Yeah, same. But just there's so many parallels between the game of golf and life that just fit my mentality. And so I think that's one reason why I love the game. And so just to be able to immerse that with my craft of physical therapy, it's a blessing.
So amazing facility here. People can see some of it behind us, but talk about this facility. What do you have here? What makes this one unique? What can people expect when they walk in here on any given day?
Yeah, so definitely privileged and honored and blessed to be working alongside Todd Campbell. So we are right here at Cranston Country Club. It's about 1,000 square foot facility. There's 2 bays. So Todd works out of 1 bay full time, and then I am in here throughout the week. So as of right now, Tuesdays and Fridays, and then Saturdays kind of upon request. But it's a state-of-the-art facility. I mean, we have especially Todd. He has all the bells and whistles that you need from a analytical standpoint to measure, to truly measure the numbers you need to perform from a golf standpoint. And then on this side, we offer physical therapy, golf-based physical therapy. So my niche, my passion, obviously, is treating the golfer, but also serve anybody who really wants to move better, feel better, and just kind of always say move better on the course, but in life as well. So the blessing is to be able and to actually be able to be on a golf course and work with my patients on a driving range where we can do some manual work or whatever the patient needs, but then also be able to hit balls out in the range. So it's kind of the all-in-one for the golfer.
Yeah, the range is just over there. It opens the garage door and boom, right out there, ready to go. Throughout your career, you obviously worked with plenty of golfers. What would you say is the most what would you say is the most common problem or issue that you see people have, both men and women or whatever? But what do you think is the most common, or what would you say is the most common issue that you see?
Probably low back pain, but it can vary from low back pain to shoulder pain to hip pain. The golf swing is a very complex rotational movement. It's funny when people say that golf is not a very, I guess, tough sport, I guess, and we hear that sometimes, but it's actually a very complex, hard movement on your body, and there's plenty of stories to go to that. I mean, Tiger being one, but yeah, low back pain probably is the most common thing I see, and then it just is a result of, it can be a result of many things, but it can be hip mobility, it could be spine mobility, it could be hip strength, it could be multiple reasons of things, but that's kind of where the PT evaluation assessment comes in, and we're able to kind of fine tune and give you a targeted approach or make you aware of what's actually your physical limitations that are causing you to swing the way you do.
And then one thing I was always interested in, and you and I have talked about possibly doing a bit of a video series later on. So stay tuned for that in the coming months or so. But one thing I was interested in is, up in Rhode Island, a lot of people go play out in Florida, but not everybody. And so that initial kind of emergence into golf season in late March, early April, or whenever you're playing, from your perspective, is there or should there be like a proper way to kind of build up to that, or do us weekend hackers that just go out and play and swing a club for the first time in 4 months?
No, definitely not that.
Is that the way to do it?
Definitely not that. Yeah, there's all kinds of research and science and training protocols and things to follow. The biggest thing, what I always like to say is, for the golfer in particular, the best thing the golfer can have is a team approach. So say, if you were the golfer, then it'd be like you have the medical provider on your team. So that would be me. You have the golf coach on your team. So that would be Todd or just any PGA teaching professional. And then you also have the fitness professional. So that would be your personal trainer, your strength and conditioning coach. So really having all those three people on your team and getting that knowledge from all three different mindsets and approaches is the best of all worlds for the golfer. But then you take it even a step further is to have like a nutritionist, a mental coach, right? You start to see all the higher level players be able to have those on their team. But there's definitely, you definitely don't want to go out and play cold turkey, right? You're setting yourself up for injury. But as far as like a training program goes, that's where, for me at least, my goal is to get the patient, the client in here, take them through my PT evaluation, and we'll, again, like I mentioned earlier, is to get a fine-tuned targeted approach of making you aware of what's your true physical limitations, and then let's build upon that. So let's find out what to focus on, what that foundation is, build upon that foundation, and then continue working kind of on like a maintenance and performance standpoint here, but also finding a strength and conditioning coach who has knowledge of the golf swing and golf training programs, and as well as including them on that plan of care as well. That's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's really a fascinating, like you said, the golf swing is fascinating, but the body is equally as fascinating. You put them both together, And it's really a heck of a project that someone like yourself or anybody undertakes. Um, when was it that you thought that this was what you wanted to do? Did you always know what this is what you wanted to do, or I mean, did you? I'm assuming you went to college for physical therapy or some sort of that. But did you always think merging golf and physical therapy was kind of the thing for you, or?
Not at first. So I feel like everybody has their own path to finding out who they truly are and what's where their passion lies. And so I was a biology major, so I graduated with a biology degree, and I was pursuing med school. That was kind of my dream for the longest time. And then I went to after college, went to or not undergrad, but a postgraduate summer program at Chapel Hill. It kind of like a prep run of med school to say that's what you want to do. And after doing that, I just kind of realized med school wasn't for me. So during those 3 years off between graduating college and then going to grad school, to PT school, that's when I kind of started changing my mindset a little bit and taking some classes, a couple of classes I needed to get into PT school. And I played a lot more golf at that time, had a little bit more time. And then when I started working at the sports orthopedic clinic in North Carolina, just kind of combine my PT evaluation assessment with my knowledge of my own personal knowledge of the golf swing and the game of golf. And then combining it as well with TPI and that certification that they offer. And just kind of combining it all in one. And just kind of when I started seeing the golfer in the clinic, and that was majority of my caseload, I realized that that's like when my nerd side came out and I realized that's my true passion lies, kind of treating the golfer. So, yep.
You've only been in Rhode Island for 2 months, a little over 2 months, I guess.
Yeah, about a month and a half, 2 months. Yeah.
Okay. How many courses have you played? Do you have a favorite course already? What do you think about golf in Rhode Island since you?
Well, it's funny when I would tell people I was moving to Rhode Island, they're like, "What?" Like, especially when I was opening a more of a golf based practice, they're like, "Do they even have golf in Rhode Island?" And so I had done a lot of just research before I came here and had some people who lived here I could talk to, and I'm actually surprised and impressed with how many golf courses there are and how active the golfing community is, and two, just kind of seeing your platform take off and just deliver that knowledge and that content. Even North Carolina, never really had like an all-in-one platform that you offer for global golf news, local golf news. But as far as playing courses, I've played Cranston Country Club here, obviously being here. But other than that, I haven't really played any other courses. So I'm looking forward to getting out and playing some more. It's one of those things, golf has never been a priority for me. But I look forward to making it more of a priority, kind of just getting this business up off the ground and running. That's been the biggest priority, and just all the life changes that have happened over the past year and kind of preparing for this move. Golf hasn't really been the priority, but definitely want to get out and play some more. I'm looking forward to it.
Are you one of these guys now that similar to me? I'm kind of the same way, where you like playing, but it's not a priority, like you said. But you like being around the game more. Like you just like being around the game more than you actually enjoy
for sure
playing the game. That's not to say you don't enjoy playing the game.
Yeah,
it is more fun to doing what you're doing and being around the game.
Yeah, for sure. And I will say it's not this, and probably a lot more of the competitive golfers can relate to this mentality and this feeling. But when I was playing a lot of golf, for me at least, I have to play a lot of golf and practice a lot in order to be just truly consistent and play my best. That's kind of like, it goes to life as well. Just the more you practice something, the better you get at it. But I never was one of those that could just go out and fire in the 70s. I have to really truly work on the craft. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to getting out more and more. But just being around the golfer and being in that environment, I always just say it's a blessing to be on a golf course and just you're kind of one with nature. You're outside and just it's hard. That's a hard feeling to beat. But yeah, and just to seeing and helping golfers get better, and just it's interesting once you treat somebody and you take them through an assessment and they have been in pain for many months or just for a while, and they don't really know why they're swinging the way they do based upon their physical limitations, and just kind of breaking that down for them and just kind of seeing those aha moments. That's that gets me going. So yeah.
last thing, and then we'll let you get back to work. Again, we're here with Michael Edwards of Shore Golf Performance and Physical Therapy here at Cranston Country Club. If you haven't checked it out yet, come on down. Actually, two more things. I'm gonna let you plug your stuff, but you've been open for 4 weeks. You have a handful of clients already. Where do you see Shore Golf Performance going? Where do you want it to go in the future? Where do you kind of see this going? Expansion?
Yeah.
What kind of things are you looking forward to?
That's a loaded question. Yeah, I definitely, my dream is still kind of in the works, but my dream is to have a all-in-one facility. That will come down the road. That's the plan. And when I say all-in-one, for me at least, I'm a very my mission. If those of you who are familiar with Shore Golf Performance so far, my mission is to influence and inspire others, golfers and the surrounding community, to perform for a greater purpose. And what I mean by that is, to me, even the game of golf, going back to the game of golf, I've always had the mentality of it's more than a game of golf. It's a bigger picture. And what I mean by that is that's mentally, physically, spiritually. So, my goal one day is to be able to offer an environment where people can come here and be invested in from all three of those aspects. And how that looks, that's still to be determined. But again, going back to from the golfer standpoint, when I've seen, especially working with some professional players and seeing the access that they have on their team, as far as the medical provider, the fitness provider, the golf coach, the PGA professional, the mental coach, the nutritionist. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you have all those people pouring into you, and then to yourself, you have the mindset of you want to get better, and that's a pretty special thing. And, what you can accomplish with all those people working together, the sky's the limit. So, just creating that kind of environment is my dream. And just being here at the Golf Academy with Todd Campbell at Cranston Country Club is a big step in that direction.
So if somebody wants to make an appointment with you, or someone wants to find you, obviously you're here at Cranston, but can people just walk in? How does that whole process work? Tell the people how they can get in touch with you or find you, or
yeah, for sure. So there's many ways. You can go to my website, www.shoregolfperformance.com. You can give me a call at 401-864-0112. You can check out my social media at Shore Golf Performance, Instagram, Facebook. I'm here at Cranston Country Club all day, Tuesdays and Fridays, so 7 to 6, but also Saturdays upon request. But yeah, you can go any one of those platforms. And hopefully, as you've seen through us talking, I'm a pretty approachable guy. I just feel like my goal is I want to build as many relationships as possible. I'm here for the long haul and just want to really, truly just get immersed in the Rhode Island golfing community as well as New England.
Awesome. That's Michael Edwards, Shore Golf Performance. Come check him out at Cranston Country Club. He has a cool facility, a little private driving range, and he'll have you looking like a pro in no time. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in, and we will talk to you next time.
Thanks.